All right, day 2 of week 3 starts with this pattern. Each one of you should have this. I sent it home in the packet. Remember you had that gallon size baggie that had your other stuff in it. So this one, you need to get your pattern out. All right, since you're the only one at home, I guess putting your name on it isn't quite as big a deal. But if we get back to school, when we get back to school, you'll need to make sure your name's on your pattern. All right, then once you have that, then you're going to need to flip it over. You're going to need to determine your size. There we go. Which size you're going to do. I didn't let anybody do the extra large or extra large because it's huge. It's too big even for my husband, so it's way too big. Small, medium, large, I would pick and choose. You're going to look at what your chest measurement is and follow in there. If you're bigger than a 46 or 44, large is still going to be more than large, big enough. And if you remember right, I took those in class. That's the measurement we're going to go off of. All right, so pick small, medium, large, which one of those three. And then you're going to take your pattern guide out and you're going to check this out. Believe it or not, I changed my mind. I'm worried about time. So we're going to do A. We're going to make the vest, all right? And it has a separating zipper, which is really cool. It'd be a good skill for you to learn. You know that when we look on the pattern guide, it's got all of our pieces that we need. But the easiest thing for you to do is to find out the cutting layouts. Check that out. Vest A tells us we need pieces 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. In addition to that, we have to cut out some lining, and there it is. We're not going to do the chest pocket. We're just going to do the hand where our hands go. So you only need piece number 6 in addition. All right. So again, I'm going to tell you, you just need to cut the pieces 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and piece number 6. So I've done that, and I started with piece number 1. As you can see, it's a big one. I'm making a large. And then piece number 2, this one, don't forget, you want to make sure that you reverse your notches, cut into that extra space. Then piece number 4, it's the front. The first piece was your back, then the yoke. So what's really cool is that this yoke is going to go eventually on up here. It's going to be neat. It's going to be right there. So then you also need number 5, which is the full front. The other piece, number 4, it's going to go right here. These two are going to connect, and you can kind of see that because I've got these really neat little notches there. See, those connect. And let me get these other pieces. Oh, let's fold it up. This one will connect. It'll be awesome. And then eventually this one will get on top of that. This will be up here. Okay. Just to give you a visual. So after 4 and 5, you also need to cut number 7. So don't forget, when we cut this on fabric, this will be put onto a fold because it says place on fold. So you're going to have to cut, believe it or not, when we cut them out of fabric, we're going to cut 2 on the fold so that we have an upper and a lower. The last piece that you need to cut out and have ready to go is piece number 3. I lied. It's not number 3. Wrong one. I'm so sorry. You want to have piece number 6. All right. Now the extra pieces, just fold up and put into your pattern envelope. That way you don't have to worry about them, just in case you decide you want to make it again. I've had other students. Last year I had a student who, she made them for Christmas gifts this past year. She made a whole bunch and used different views for different people. But this, I'm going to give you the fabric for this. We're going to use a fleece, or no, your fleece is your fabric for your outside. Your inside is going to be a knit, just a real soft cotton knit for your pockets, because you don't want them big and bulky. It would look really crazy if you had this great big huge pocket inside there. All right, so that's the first thing I need you to do. So you're going to cut, and then I want you to start investigating the directions. And there's a couple of pages, but you're going to be making vest A, and so they talk about doing all this extra stuff for your edges and stuff. We're going to skip that. We don't need to do that. So your first step would be, in putting it together, you would be putting your yoke to your back, because piece number 1 is your back, and it was cut out on the fold as well. And this is what it's going to look like, and we're going to be stay stitching around that neck edge. We're going to be putting on a collar. Of course, I'll provide you with your interfacing again, so you don't have to worry about that. But I just want you to get an idea of what to think about. What would we be doing? This is going to bring us up to spring break, and then when we come back, we're going to do a couple other different things. So if you have any questions or problems, start reading, email me. Let me know what you're struggling with. The other side of the next page is where we start. After this one says views D, E, and F. Well, we know we're not making that. We're making view A. So we would skip here and go on to the next. All right. Talk to you. Bye.